Gather round, kinfolk, 'cause I'm laying it down straight from the roots tonight. Before the world learned to say civilization, Kemet was already building pyramids that kissed the sky, mapping out the stars with nothing but an inked reed and a cosmic vision. Picture the Nile nature's original superhighway carrying black kings and queens who held the Ankh, a symbol of eternal life, in their hands. Now you might be wondering, was Africa really home to this much genius? Let me tell you a story. The priests and scribes of Kemet mastered geometry long before Pythagoras was born, carving out the math that still shapes our world. Every sacred stone they placed wasn't just a brick, it was a cosmic code, anchoring the universe in balance, or Ma'at, as the ancients called it. They weren't just stacking rocks, they were waking up the stars. But just as the pyramids stood tall, ships appeared on the horizon carrying not traders, but colonizers with greed burning in their eyes. Imagine the scene, strangers from across the sea, plotting with compasses and sextants, eyeing not just gold but the soul of Africa itself. They saw the libraries, the temples, the knowledge in every scroll, then torched the history, rewriting the tale with eurocentric ink. Now you might say, surely some of our legacy survived. Think again. The Library of Alexandria, Africa's own Google, was reduced to ashes. They burned the scrolls, locked away the wisdom, and claimed Kemet as their own, even chiseling black faces off the Sphinx and putting their names on sacred stones. This was more than theft, it was a calculated erasure, a conflict not just of armies but of memory. Let's pause. Now you might be thinking, Granny, is it really that deep? Oh, it's deeper than the Nile and flood. The colonizers didn't just steal gold, they stole identity. With every scroll burned, every god renamed, they pushed the narrative that Africa was a blank slate, a dark continent with no past. They drew false borders, claimed Egypt was in Africa, and spread this myth into textbooks and movies worldwide. Technical terms like cultural appropriation and historical revisionism might sound modern, but trust, the practice is as old as the pyramids themselves. Picture this. Imhotep, history's first physician, is erased from memory, his medical texts attributed to Greeks. Now, let me ask, how would you feel if your family album was torn up and sold as someone else's story? That's the conflict we inherited, but it's also the key to reclaiming our resolution. Let me take you deeper past the scars, into the marrow of African brilliance. Timbuktu's scrolls, Zimbabwe's stone cities, these weren't flukes, but testaments to centuries of knowledge and unity. We were astronomers charting the heavens, scholars debating law, healers blending herbal medicine with spiritual insight. Hypothetically, if you walked into a university in ancient Mali, you'd hear more languages than at any Ivy League today. Technical terms? Try megalithic architecture, vast stone monuments, and oral tradition, the living library of our ancestors. But here's the real twist. Even when colonizers tried to erase us, our wisdom survived, echoing in drumbeats, hairstyles, and coded chants. You ever wonder why a braid holds meaning, or a song lingers long after it's sung? That's survival science, encoded in plain sight. So, where does that leave us? Here's the heart of my story revelation, a call to all descendants of kings and queens. We're not just survivors of colonization, we're the spark that keeps Kemet's cosmic fire burning. Every block, every hood, every classroom where truth is spoken, we chip away at the chains forged in lies. Don't let anyone sell you short, our roots run deeper than any conqueror's sword. Remember the Sphinx, its face carved by African hands, still standing as a monument unpaid. Let's rise up, kin. You've got the right to claim your history, to walk in the footsteps of greatness, to let the Ank's promise guide you. As I drop this mic, let me ask, are you ready to rewrite the page, to let the river run free, and let our true power grow? That's the legacy, and it's calling us all home.